Hello, welcome everyone, and welcome to the first ever episode on my YouTube channel. I just want to show you around my lovely world that I've been working on for around a few months now. So basically, you'll see that I am confined to a border. It was supposed to be a single chunk, but I messed up the calculations, and now I have access to 8 chunks. And my brother over there, who has the same exact chunk size as me, well, you can see the difference between our progresses. I take it quite more faster than he does, but he still has wheat farms going and an underground base. He doesn't have a full-on house like I do right now. Also, I have a few farms. We'll get to the house in a second, but I have a bee farm which I made. I also made this multifunctional farm. It's inside the mountain, so I have all of my sheep here. The chickens are over there, and the cows are over here. Now the cows I have a cool mechanism for. This just it's not really cool. It's just one trap door. Baby cows are small enough to fit down there randomly, and every every now and then they fall down here. And once they grow up, I can harvest them. I don't have any hoppers because I only have 8 chunks, and I don't want to run out of iron. So as you can see, I don't have any tools or iron armor either. I try to conserve my iron as much as possible because it's quite difficult to get. Also, this entire terrain used to be around that high. You can see my brother hasn't mined out anything, but see, the terrain used to be like this much. And also I had to flatten out this entire mountain because, well, it didn't really look fitting because the mountain used to end abruptly like here. The mountain used to end here. So I had to extend all of this outwards, make it look natural and somewhat presentable. I flattened this entire area out. Well, this was ground level technically, and I had to flatten out that entire mountain. I found one piece of lava and one piece of water down underground, and I've since been making this dripstone farm. One singular dripstone because I don't want to use too many cauldrons that wastes iron. Now for the house tour, I copied this design off of Pinterest, I think, or YouTube, and basically it was supposed to be a 3 to 4 story house, but I just copied the top 2 layers because I really like the design. I didn't have any glass because, well, the nearest sand is over there. Yeah, these guys have been stuck here for a long time. I don't think they can move outside the border, and neither can they. Sugarcane, again, I don't have any enchants because I don't have any sugar canes near me, and unluckily, my brother always gets the wandering traders that spawn, so I don't have any of them around here. You might be wondering why it's so dark. Well, I kind of slabbed up the entire chunk, and I'll show you why. Basically, I had a forest down here. Well, we both had forest. I took a more humane approach. I cut down every single tree and I harvested enough wood to build the house, whereas my brother burnt all of it and he planted them again for no reason. This is a little meeting area. Well, he's behind this barrier wall and I'm on the other side. Yeah, we have these two weird chairs. I sit on wood, sits on stone. A few coal here and there. My mine is also against this barrier wall because I can easily see under me or around me, and me and my brother guide each other most of the time to find ores. So this is why I slabbed up this entire mountain. As you can see, I flattened down this entire terrain, and then I made this entire area of slabs. If you're wondering why there's dirt and it looks disgusting, well, if I shifted the dirt down, I would be able to see it from the ground, and if I put a slab under it, then it would look uneven. So I just had to stick with it. And nope, I cannot fall down here. I can try as much as I want, but I made the slabs go across. I don't know why, but there's a bug. I can go like a block away from outside the border because it's like a tiny pixel outside, so it's technically in the border. I don't know how I messed up the calculations so bad for this. How I get down here? Well, I just stick straight under. I'm just kidding. I don't do that. I have a safe way down. It's a simple trapdoor mechanism, and it's a tunnel that leads outside. I haven't harvested any copper because I don't really need it. I mean, to be honest, who does? I know you don't, and neither does anyone else. Unless they added the copper golem, which they didn't, so yeah, nothing I can do about that. Anyway, I'll show you the inside of the house once I collect this lava, because well, I'll have to wait a long time for that. If you're wondering why I just got the advancement, no, I'm not cheating. If I was cheating, I'd make something much better, but yeah, my other account, you see here, Empty Fury, I used to have my year of birth at the end of it, and I am not telling you that, so I had to switch accounts and I had to change the name. I kind of made this house too big. I don't know why. I thought I would need this much space, but I just have this entire empty room. The storage is literally here. I thought I would make a nice storage room here, but once I thought, I don't have that much stuff. I'll just stuff it in the barrels and I'll make a nice chest room here. Well, it was exactly enough to make for all of my stuff to fit in here. So yeah, don't really need that. I have mob drops, raw tools, raw food, then hostile mob drops. Not that organized. You should have seen my starter. Well, it wasn't even a base. It was literally, I'm not even kidding. This is where the bed was. And it was just 5 chests lined up, not even double chests. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chests lined up, stacked on one top of each other. So yeah, and top of here, I tried to get a passive pillager. I had a few pillager captain spawn, and I disabled their crossbow, but they would always, and I mean always, despawn because they didn't have a name tag. Even if I would literally go outside there. This was before I figured out, wait, I have more than one chunk, so that's why they kept despawning. Yeah, Empty Fury, and these are all the valuables I have. As you can see, I killed one of the villagers, but yeah, I do have a bit of copper, but that's only because I wanted some XP. Me and my brother were in a race who would get the most XP, and he won. Well, it was also because I wasn't. Well, I don't really have an excuse. I just died. Anyway, this is another mine of mine. Yes, I like dangerous drops. And fun fact, this is the exact spot where I found the first ever water source for my world, and that's where I used dripstone and rain and whatnot to get infinite. Over here, I've tried to make an axolotl farm, but it just yeah, it just doesn't work. I don't know why. I don't know what I need to do to fix it, but it just doesn't work. So yeah, that was all. There's a mine shaft up here. I got the lucky part of the mine shaft. My brother, well, I wouldn't say he was unlucky, but oh, he boarded it off. It's been a few days since I've been here, but he boarded it off. He boarded that off. I could see on his side of the cave, but fortunately he didn't block this off. So you can see he only got a little bit of the mine, and it's literally sticking out right there. Hello, Mr. Skeleton, and that's it. So I'll just get back up and wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do like and subscribe, and well, you can do that if you want. I won't really ask you to do that. It's your choice. You do you. Okay? Yeah, this entire staircase I made upwards, and I want to loop around because, well, I could help my brother find ores, and well, I thought he would help me, but turns out I didn't have much on my side. Yeah, I got the short end of the straw. He had water on surface level. He had lava, literally lava, right here under the very meeting room we have. Yeah, it was literally right there. Also, this tree. Fun fact: I made the border start standing on top of the tree because I thought it looked cool, and the trunk was literally where the border is right now. So you can see it's like this cool. These two trees are like trying to touch, but they can't. They're trying to meet, but there's a border in the way. So I thought there was just a little something cool that I could make, and we agreed not to chop it down. So this is the only tree standing, which is not a part of a farm or anything. Also he has this on his side. Yeah, yeah, he's weird. Well, not really weird, but he also tried to mimic what I did. He tried to, oh, he tried to slab up his entire area. But yeah, I did it faster than him and I did it better than him because, well, I was smart enough to start on the mountain, and then once I'd made it out, then I destroyed the part of the mountain and then flattened it out as well because it just looked uneven. Also, he hasn't contained any of his mobs. I can show you a better look of his base. Yeah, he has a few mobs down there, but as you can see, yeah, not much progress. Also, he has a few stumps lying around. That's because they're technically, because I have one block extra on my side of the border, he has one block less. So he had to burn down his trees, and he was too lazy to remove these stumps. As you can see, the fire spread outside. It's too much chaos. There's too much destruction, to be honest. Well, let me know if you guys want to see a part 2, or if you want me to start over in a new trunk world, which I will get I promise I will get the dimensions right this time. I've learned my lesson. It's not. I thought that if I put the number I put in was the length of one wall, one corner of the wall to the other, not the radius from the starting point. Anyway, I think I guess mistakes are how you. I don't know, some famous quote. Anyway, see you guys next time.